Hello and welcome back to our podcast. I'm so happy you're here with us today. Have a very special episode for anyone who wants to learn more about business, money, and financial freedom. Our guest today is a smart businessman and investor who started from nothing and built his own success. He knows how to think big, take risks, and grow wealth. So, if you want to learn how to be smarter with your money and start your own path to success, this episode is for you. Let's welcome our guest and get started with the questions.
Thank you so much for inviting me. It's a real pleasure to be here today. I always enjoy having real conversations about business, investing, and how people can change their future. These topics are not just about money, they are about freedom and opportunity. I believe that when we talk about financial independence, we're really talking about power to choose the life you want. So thank you again for having me. I'm ready to dive into your questions.
Can you tell us a little about yourself and how you began your journey in business?
I was inspired to start my journey in business and investing by a deep desire for freedom. When I was younger, I saw my parents working hard but always worried about money. That made me curious. I started reading books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which showed me a new way of thinking. I realized that building assets was more powerful than just having a job. I also watched successful people and noticed they all had something in common: they invested. I began saving, tried stock investing, and even launched a small online store. Every small success gave me confidence. I wasn't afraid to fail because each step taught me something new. The idea of making money work for me instead of me working for money became my main goal. That idea still drives me today.
What was your biggest motivation to become an investor or entrepreneur?
My first real investment was in the stock market. I didn't have a lot of money at the time, but I saved enough to buy shares of a small technology company. I researched everything I could about that business. I read the news, followed their earnings, and tried to understand how markets move. After a few months, the stock grew, and I made a small profit. But more important than the money was the confidence it gave me. I saw that I could take smart risks and learn from the outcome. Around the same time, I also started an online dropshipping store. That one didn't go so well. I lost some money, but I learned a lot about digital marketing and customer service. Both experiences taught me that starting small and learning fast is better than waiting for the perfect moment.
What advice would you give to someone who wants to start a business but is afraid to take the first step?
There are several important skills, but I think the top three are financial literacy, discipline, and creative thinking. First, you need to understand how money works, how to budget, invest, and avoid bad debt. Without that, you can make a lot of money and still lose it. Second is discipline. Financial independence takes time. You must save when it's hard, invest regularly, and avoid unnecessary spending. Many people fail because they want fast results. Third is creative thinking. In today's world, opportunities are everywhere, but you need to see them. Sometimes it means starting a side hustle. Sometimes it means finding better ways to solve problems. Communication and decision-making are also key. You'll need to pitch ideas, negotiate deals, and stay calm under pressure. These skills together give you the tools to build long-term wealth and freedom.
What are some smart and safe investments for beginners?
I always follow a simple rule: never invest in something I don't understand. Before putting my money into any opportunity, I do deep research. I look at the business model, market trends, competition, and leadership. I ask myself, would I feel confident if this was my own company? Also consider the risk-to-reward ratio. If the chance of success is high and the risk is limited, I move forward. But if the downside is too big, I walk away. I also look at how the investment fits into my overall portfolio. Is it balanced? Is it too risky compared to my other assets? I think long-term, not just about quick gains. I also speak with mentors and experts to get a second opinion. The goal is not to avoid all risks, but to take smart, informed risks that grow your wealth over time.
What's the difference between saving money and investing it?
One of the biggest mistakes people make is trying to get rich quickly. They chase the latest trend crypto NFTs, meme stocks, without doing proper research. Another common mistake is poor budgeting. Many people spend more than they earn, or don't track where their money goes. Without control, you can't build wealth. A third mistake is fear. Some people never invest because they're afraid of losing money. But doing nothing is also a risk, especially with inflation. Others don't build an emergency fund, so one bad event destroys their plan. I also see people copying others without understanding their own goals. Just because something worked for your friend doesn't mean it's right for you. Finally, they stop learning. The world of money is always changing, and if you're not learning, you're falling behind. Financial independence requires patience, education, and a clear plan. Asterisk.
What does financial freedom mean to you, and how can someone reach it?
Investing in startups is higher risk, but also high reward. To manage that risk, I always start with strong research. I study the founders, the market, and the product. I want to know if the team has experience and a real vision. I also check how much competition there is and whether the startup has something unique. Next, I look at the business model, how they plan to make money. Then I look at how much I'm investing. I never put too much into one startup. I spread my investments across different industries and stages. This way, even if one fails, others can succeed. I also set limits. I decide how much I'm willing to lose before investing. Sometimes I take an advisory role to stay more involved. Managing risk is not about avoiding failure, it's about preparing for it while aiming for big wins.
What mistakes should young people avoid when trying to build wealth?
Right now, I'm very excited about technology startups, green energy, and digital assets. Technology is changing everything from healthcare to finance. I like investing in companies that use AI or improve the way people live. Green energy is another exciting space. The world is moving toward cleaner solutions, and many governments support that trend. Solar, wind, and electric vehicles are becoming bigger markets. I also follow blockchain and digital assets, not just crypto, but how the technology can change industries like supply chains and finance. However, I stay careful and don't chase hype. Another great opportunity is online education. More people are learning online, and platforms that offer useful skills have huge potential. Finally, real estate in emerging areas is always interesting. Cities are growing, and smart property investments can create steady income. I look for innovation, growth, and long-term value. Asterisk.
How important is it to take risks in business and investments?
Mindset is everything. You can have all the tools, knowledge, and money, but without the right mindset, you won't go far. Financial independence requires discipline, patience, and belief. You have to believe that it's possible for you. Many people grow up thinking that only the rich can invest or start businesses. That's not true. Your mindset controls your actions. If you think long-term and believe in growth, you'll make better choices. You'll save instead of spend, learn instead of complain. Mindset also helps during hard times. Business and investing are full of challenges. If you see problems as lessons, not failures, you grow. I also think gratitude and vision are important. Be thankful for what you have, but always aim higher. Surround yourself with positive, like-minded people. In the end, your success starts with how you think then. It becomes how you act.
Can you share one of your biggest business failures and what you learned from it?
Start now. Even if you don't have much money, you can build habits and learn. Read books, watch videos, and ask questions. Learn how money works, budgeting, saving, investing. Build skills that people will pay for. If you're still in school, start a side hustle. Sell something online, offer a service, or join a startup. Don't wait for the perfect time. It doesn't exist. Also, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Every mistake is a lesson. Focus on growing, not just earning. Be careful with tattoos. It only if it helps you grow, not for luxury. Find mentors and learn from them. Most of all, believe that financial freedom is possible for you. It's not about being a millionaire. It's about having control over your life. Start small, stay consistent, and never stop learning. That's the key to real freedom.
And finally, what daily habits or mindset should someone have to become successful in the long run?
My biggest goal is to build a legacy. I want to create businesses that not only make money, but also make a difference. I plan to invest more in education, technology, and clean energy. I believe these areas will shape the future and help millions of people. I also want to support young entrepreneurs, especially those from small or poor communities. I know how hard it is to start with nothing. If I can help someone avoid the mistakes I made, that's a win. I'm also working on building a global investment network. I want to connect smart investors and big ideas across countries. Personally, I aim to reach full financial freedom where I can live anywhere, work on what I love, and spend time with family. Money is just a tool. My real goal is to live a meaningful life and help others do the same.
Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a real pleasure asking these questions, and I know our audience is going to love your answers. If you enjoyed this episode, please like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. Have more exciting guests and powerful topics coming soon. Thanks again for listening, and see you in the next episode.